Celtics Nation, what is good? Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today is going to be a little bit different of a video. Now, we are just a few days removed from the NBA draft where we picked up Baylor Shireman. We also picked up Anton Watson. Now, I love those draft picks, but again, we're not going to be talking about the draft in this video. We actually have Kristaps Porzingis injury update, some big news that I'm going to break down in this video. Now, when you take a first glance at this tweet, for example, you're going to say, that is not a good sign. And I do agree with you, but I also think that this is actually really good news as well. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why I'm taking a big positive from Porzingis missing the next 5 or 6 months. But with that being said, let's break down the news, right? Let's break down why I think this is actually somewhat good news for the Boston Celtics. Now, reading the tweet, Kristaps Porzingis underwent successful surgery to repair his injury, right? There's a bunch of words in there that I probably can't pronounce. Basically, had surgery, he's starting to recover, and there will be a recovery timetable. And according to them, it is going to be about 5 to 6 months, which, you know, when you really look at it, that's a decent amount of time away. And you know, when you really break it down, we're about 2 months away from the start of training camp and the start of the preseason regular. I mean, it is right around the corner. And the reason it seems like that is because we just won the NBA Finals. Banner 18, by the way, man. Banner 19 coming soon. Comment down below Banner 19 if you think it's possible to go back to back. But with that being said, it doesn't seem like Porzingis is going to be back for a while, right? He's probably going to miss the first 2 to 3 months of the season, maybe even longer depending on how they feel about his injury, right? But the good news is, and we're going to break that down in 1 second, before we do so, make sure you guys comment down below a letter grade for the draft. Honestly, I just want to hear what you guys have to say about the draft because I'm still pumped about it. But the good news is, guys, look at this. The Celtics last year were 21-4 without Kristaps Porzingis. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that we don't need him. Quite frankly, we do need Kristaps Porzingis, and with him, we are a much better team. And quite honestly, we won the finals pretty much without him. A lot of people want to sit here and say, oh, the Celtics had the easiest path to the finals. I mean, listen, to a certain extent, they were right. Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Halliburton, Jimmy Butler, so many guys were out, right? But nobody wants to mention Porzingis being out for the majority of the playoffs, which is crazy, right? Now, with all that being said, Porzingis is extremely valuable to our team. But also, we are still a good team without him. We have Drew, Derek, Jalen, Jason, Al, Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard, right? So I think we're good without him. I think we're fine, and I think we'll be okay. And at the end of the day, we only really need him for the playoffs. So if we bring him back, let's just say with 2 months to go before the playoffs, I would be okay with that alone, right? And I think, again, 21-4 without Porzingis is actually really, really good. Now, this is where some news is going to come in that's going to be very interesting. The Boston Celtics have a big decision to make, okay? So, we read this tweet here. It says, and shout out to Boston Sports Gordo, by the way, posts everything about the Celtics and the Patriots, whatever you want to know about Boston sports, right? But he says here, could the Celtics go for a round 3 with Daniel Theis? The Celtics tried to reunite with Theis last year when he became a free agent, but he opted to sign with the Clippers because they had more minutes available to give him. The equation may change now, though, with Boston having plenty of minutes available for at least the first couple of months of the season and potentially beyond at center. Theis still has fans in the front office and is a name to keep an eye on. Now, obviously, this is something that it might not happen. It might happen. Who really knows? But I know you guys are probably asking yourselves, well, why is there a need for a center when we have Xavier Tillman, when we have Luke Cornett, and when we have Neemias, right? And that is a good and a fair question, right? But for you guys asking that question specifically, you guys probably don't know this. Look at the payroll. There's a couple of players who aren't signed onto the team for next season. One being Luke Cornett. Okay? 2 being Xavier Tillman. And obviously, Svi Mikhailuk as well. I believe O'Shea Brissett declined his player option, which means he is a free agent as well. But guys, what this basically means is you have Porzingis, then you have Neemias. From there, everyone's a free agent. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if a team like, I don't know, a team with a lot of cap space is like, well, let's go pick up Luke Cornett. He knows what it takes to win a championship. Listen, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there is potential that someone wants to come out here and just get Luke Cornett because he was our backup center, right? So there is a world where we might not have Luke Cornett, right? Maybe someone offers him more money than we can. Or maybe someone goes out there and says, hey, Xavier Tillman looked dynamic in the NBA Finals last year with the 5 minutes of action he saw where he guarded Kyrie and Luka, hit a corner three from JB. I mean, listen, there is a possibility that a team says, listen, let's go get Xavier Tillman, leaving the Celtics in a weird situation where maybe Daniel Theis is actually a really good option. And listen, I love Luke Cornett, but Daniel Theis, although he's very foul happy, he is a guy who can shoot the three ball and spread the floor, set good screens. I like Daniel Theis a lot, and to add him on this team would be something I would be very interested in doing, right? Now, before we get any further into this video, because there is one more guy I really want to talk about, do me a favor, guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications. We will be covering the Celtics all off season long. I am going on vacation in a couple of days, so sadly, I will be missing the first couple of days of free agency, but don't worry, when I get back, I'm going to cover it. But join the family. We're going to be streaming every single game on the channel, and follow the Twitch as well. We're going to be doing the Summer League games on my Twitch. It's Matty Dubs with 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. But with that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video. Neemias. That's what I have to say, man. I am actually high on what Neemias can become now that Porzingis is going to miss some time. Someone's going to need to step up, right? And with these guys as free agents, if one of them leaves, if one of them gets more money in a different situation, I have faith, I have confidence, and I have belief that Neemias can come in here and make a difference for this team. I do think he's an answer. And again, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the versatility of Anton Watson. I don't think he's a day one player for us, okay? Don't get me wrong. But if we need to throw him into the mix some games, I actually trust him a ton. I think he's a better three-point shooter than a lot of people think. He's a good screen setter. He's a good facilitator. And he's a lengthy wing defender who can guard multiple different positions and could be a potential Al Horford replacement down the line. Now, I think one thing to notice is Al Horford will be the starting center for this team for the majority of Kristaps' absence. But the backup center is going to need to be someone. Neemias, Daniel Theis, Luke Cornett, Xavier Tillman. I don't know who it's going to be. But the good news is we have depth, we have free agency, and we have guys who deserve playing time. Jordan Walsh, Neemias, right? I like these guys a lot. O'Shea Brissett, you bring them back. I think the Celtics are in a good spot. Listen, even though Kristaps got bad news or good news, right? Successful surgery, but will miss the first couple months of the season, I am excited to see who is the next man up. Main priority, get Porzingis healthy and get ready for the playoffs next year because we're going to get a chance to go back-to-back. Got to be healthy. Got to get Kristaps healthy. Take this as a positive sign to see guys grow, to see guys develop and get better as time goes on. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think down below. We have a Neemias video dropping probably in the next couple of days here. I don't know how I'm going to schedule these to release, but I think Neemias is going to be massive. We have a video dropping about him, why he's going to be massive, in probably a couple days. Maybe it already dropped. I don't know. Join the family. Subscribe if you're new. Appreciate you guys coming through, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.